I will spill out every secret I have to stay consistent year round and to stay motivated year round. So you can look aesthetic as fuck and never lose your motivation to become jacked. And never lose your motivation to become successful. I will spill out my secrets that I work for me personally. And I truly believe that this will work for you too. So how do you always stay motivated and stay consistent year round to become jacked and to always hit the gym? For me, there's a few things. I will talk about 3 things in this video. I will probably make more videos where I talk about other things, right? Number 1, how I use caffeine to my advantage. I will talk about how I use just pain, yes, pure pain to my advantage. How I think, my mindset, and how I think of my future self and how that helps me. So let's talk about number 1, caffeine and pre-workouts and shit. You've probably heard about it, or maybe you don't even know about it. But to be honest, it's underrated as fuck. It is so underrated. Every time I'm feeling like, oh man, I just can't be arsed today. My head is banging. Oh my, bro, the last thing I want to do is work out. And I just dunk myself with caffeine. It just gets me going. It really does work. It really does work. Now, I know a few people that doesn't react to caffeine at all. And I think I'm one of those who react very well to caffeine. So you need to figure out where you are. But the people that say, oh, I don't react to caffeine, truth is, either they just don't take enough caffeine or they sip an energy drink for the whole day and then wonder why they don't feel any effects. Well, of course, duh. You sip like once every 30 minutes. Of course, you're not going to feel the effects of the caffeine. Let me just clarify. Are pre-workouts healthy? Fuck no. Fuck no. They're not healthy for you. But they do the job. If your goal is to become jacked and look aesthetic, yes, they will undoubtedly help you get there. But they're not healthy. I'm not advocating that they're healthy. But I recommend pre-workouts for working out a lot more than just caffeine pills and whatever. Because caffeine pills, it's just caffeine. But pre-workouts, they contain a lot of shit, right? Some things that aren't really all that good for you, like DMHA, which I have abused in the past. Don't recommend that, alright? I do not recommend abusing DMHA. It is not good for you. Pre-workouts typically contain a lot more than just caffeine, right? It contains beta-alanine, usually it contains, vitamin B12, B6. It might contain DMHA, which is the younger brother to DMAA, I think DMAA, right? Yeah, it will fuck you up, so I don't recommend that. But still, those things, they really get you going. If your main goal is to get jacked, look aesthetic, build muscle, and power through your workouts. But obviously, it's not steroids. It is not TRT. It's not testosterone, right? So I'm not advocating for those things, even though that will also help you. So you're still natural if you take pre-workouts, so don't worry about that. So if you want a pre-workout that I recommend that work well for me, it's called The One. Be careful because it has DMHA in it. It's very strong. I have a tolerance to that kind of stuff. You probably don't. So if you're gonna take it, then don't overdo it. Don't overdo it like I did. I honestly thought I was gonna die. I'm not even exaggerating. I thought I was my last day on earth with pre-workouts, let me tell you. So I was at this period of time, I just didn't give a fuck about anything. Honestly, I just wanted to build muscle and look jacked and all of that shit. So the recommended dose that it said I should take is 1 scoop, right? 1 scoop. I was like, fuck it, let me double it. So I took 2 scoops in one day, right? Which is already bad enough. And I obviously felt the fucking effects of it. But what happened was, I couldn't sleep that whole night, right? It says don't take more than 1 scoop within 24 hours. I took 2 scoops at once. And the whole night, I didn't fucking sleep 1 fucking second. Not 1 second. And I got up at 6. I didn't wake up at 6 because I didn't sleep. And I took, I believe, 1.5 scoops again. So within 16 hours, I've taken 3 scoops of it, and I haven't slept a single minute. I haven't slept a single minute. I took 3.5 scoops way before it has even been 24 hours, and I didn't sleep the whole night. And I went on the treadmill at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and I ran like a motherfucker, right? And I was like, what am I doing? How the fuck is my heart taking this? Not only does it has DMHA in it, it has a bunch of caffeine as well. So when I was running on that treadmill, I was thinking this might be my last day on earth. Luckily, I survived it. My heart was able to take it, but it's clear to me that I have, like, I can tolerate a lot like that. Maybe you can't. Be careful with pre-workouts, because some of them, they're strong. They're strong, let me just say that. So maybe I shouldn't recommend you pre-workouts that have DMHA in it. If you never take pre-workouts, just start with something like Total War. Total War is good, or the pre-workout I'm Fucked Up. Like, they're not great. If you're not used to caffeine or pre-workouts, they will undoubtedly get you going, trust me. So number 2, all right, let's just move on now. Talked a bit about pre-workouts. Now let's talk about pain. Yeah, simply pain. Not physical pain. I'm talking mental pain. Yeah, seriously. If I think of someone I hate, who I know wants to see me fail, I think of someone who hope to see me fail, and I think of someone who has broke my heart in the past, and how I felt betrayed and treated poorly by people, and people doing this to me, treating me this way, blah 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 blah. And I get such a fire inside of me to just become jacked, right? To become successful. I promise you, it works wonders, but you might have just pushed it under the carpet. You don't want to feel those emotions because they're hard to feel, and you might think, oh, it's wrong for me to feel that. I'm ashamed of it. Don't be fucking ashamed of it. So if you have experiences like that, right? You carry it with you anyway. Might as well fucking use it to your advantage, right? Might as well fucking become great. Might as well tap into that painful energy and use it to become fucking awesome, right? You're gonna carry it with you anyway. Why not use it for something great and become great? Instead of just trying to push it under the rug, it'll always come back and haunt you anyway. But if you actually tap into it and you let yourself feel it and you don't feel ashamed of it, it will go a lot more away and you'll use it to your advantage because you're not trying to shove it away. Because when you shove it away, it always comes back. But if you embrace it, you learn to love it, you learn to use it as your fuel and motivation to become the greatest you could ever be. And after some time, all that pain, all that resentment starts to fade away naturally because you kind of used it all. Just embrace it, right? If you're gonna have it, you might as well use it for something great. Like why would you just be sad about it or just try to avoid it or just feel ashamed of it or what? Bro, if you have it, bro, you trust me, you've been blessed. You have been blessed. The only reason I've come so far in my fitness journey is because I've been pissed off at people. It's because I've fucking hated people. Been hurt so much by so many people, right? That has pushed me so much to become great. Because of that, I will have a better physique than 99% of people. I will have more success than 99% of people. I will be better off and more free than 99% of people. Why? Because I tapped into that energy. I didn't feel ashamed of it. I didn't try to push it away. I used it to my advantage. So use all that fucking energy, all the heartbreak you've been through, all the bullying you've been through, all the fucking people telling you shit, you can't do this, and that. Use all of that as fuel. Use people telling you can't as fuel. Hell, use any fucking painful thing, rejection, as fuel. Because it is all fuel. But if you don't look at it as fuel, it won't be fuel. But if you look at it as, okay, yeah, well, fuck you, I'll become great. Watch me, motherfucker. That's when it works. That's when you'll use it to your advantage. There's nothing wrong with feeling this way. There is nothing wrong. Society and people will tell you that there's something wrong with it. But trust me when I say, the people who act like they are the most kind, they are the most loving and whatever, they have hatred inside of them. Trust me. They are just good at hiding it. Because certain people, when you get to know them, trust me, when you get to know certain people, right, they're good at pretending in the beginning that they're this angel or whatever. But then you get to know them and you get to see they have a lot of fucking demons as well. Right? They are not the angel you thought they were. That's just a side tangent, but just know that. Never be ashamed of it. Everyone has it, but we are all good at hiding it. Because there's no point of us running around talking about it, right? I'm only talking about this because I'm talking about how to stay motivated and stay consistent, right? And this might be hard for you to do, but reclaim your fucking aggression. You pushed it away. It's not gone away. That's the interesting part. You can push it as far as you want away until you either choose to just deal with it and face it head on and get rid of it and use it to your advantage. It's up to you. What do you choose to do? Because it will stay there until you do something about it. So reclaim your fucking aggression that has been stumped out of you by society, by people around you, by people telling you have anger issues when you're just normal, really. They don't believe in you? Well, you gotta believe in yourself. They talked shit? Well, you gotta talk positively about yourself. Use all that bullshit that's happened to you, like, fuck you all. I'll prove you all wrong. Oh, you'll watch me and you'll hate to see me succeed. And knowing that you'll never get a piece of the cake. Use that energy. That will drive you like nothing else. Not people praising you, not people telling you you're this, you're that, everything great. That will not drive you the same. As if you can tap into the pain. It is crazy how much that can drive you. Anger, aggression. Don't sleep on it. Don't fucking sleep on it. So stop being scared of the pain. Whenever you feel all that pain, all that heartbreak, don't be scared of it. Embrace that motherfucker. Embrace it all. It's power. It's such power. You think of it. People that don't have that pain, people that don't have that heartbreak, people who haven't went through shit, they don't have the same blessing. They will not have this. They will not have the same motivation as you. They will not have the same consistency as you when it comes to doing the hard fucking work. Because you've got something to prove. That people that have just lived easy lives, they've got nothing to fucking prove. Because they're just okay and comfortable with their situation. You're not, and you need to look at it as a fucking blessing. Because it is. But it's only a blessing if you choose to use that energy towards the right things. Tap into a motherfucker. You know what I did when I was heartbroken? I'll tell you a story right now. You might not actually believe it. You might think I'm fucking crazy, and yeah, like, by people's standards, this is crazy, but I'll tell you what I did. When in the midst of the fucking heartbreak, right? The midst of the heartbreak, I always knew this. I always knew that pain is the biggest motivator, aggression, everything, right? So I was aware of it. Guess what I did? I didn't try to push it away. I didn't try to just even stay neutral with it. I embraced it like a motherfucker. Guess what I did? Guess what I did? The songs that reminded me the most of her, the most painful motherfucking songs, right? That just twisted, that just felt like a knife in my heart, right? Just twisting it like this. That's how the songs felt like. That really reminded me of her and the good times. Motherfucker. I would purposefully play those songs when I went to the gym, because it would give me so much fucking energy, so much pain, that I ran longer and further than I've ever ran before on the treadmill. I worked out harder than I've ever worked out before. I saw better results in the gym than I've ever seen before. Why? Because I chose to tap into the motherfucking pain. I didn't try to run away from it. I tapped into it, motherfucker, and I saw such good progress. Better than I've ever seen in my life. I doubled down on it. I doubled down on the pain, on the heartbreak. I could have just distracted myself on social media. I could have just distracted myself and tried to push it under the rug. I actually think I got over her way faster by doing this than trying to avoid it. If you try to avoid it, bro, trying to avoid it will never work. It will always come back and haunt you. No matter if you just try to push it away, distract yourself all the time, it still stays there. As soon as you get off of that distraction and you're laying in bed at night, it's still there. Or it will come to haunt you. Unless you face your demons. You must face them. And that's exactly what I did. I faced it head on. Head on. I felt every single emotion of it. And I embraced that shit. And I saw such good progress. So yeah, allow yourself to get mad. And most people they're just good at hiding it. And they don't want to feel it. It's uncomfortable, right? But yeah, you choose. You can either let it destroy you or make you. It's up to you. It's up to you. I am giving you the blessing to tap into it. And use all that aggression to become great. Not to hurt anyone or whatever. That's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to start punching people or whatever. No, use all the energy to become great, to become successful. Number 3, just think of your future self. Just think of your future self in like 6 months from now, a month from now, hell, a week from now. Is he or she looking back at you and thinking, damn, I'm so glad my younger self put in the work for me right now so I can enjoy this physique, or I can enjoy the rewards of this hard work. I'm so grateful that my younger self delayed gratification and did the hard things so the future me could enjoy all of it. I'm so glad that my younger self pushed through the hard days and did things that was hard and uncomfortable but was going to lead to great results. Or is your future self looking back like, what an idiot, what an idiot. Now I have to deal with the consequences of what my younger self chose to do. Just think of your future self like that. What are you willing to do today so your future self can have a better tomorrow? What are you willing to do today and moving forward so the future self could have a great life a year from now? What are you willing to do so the future self can look back at you and be so grateful that you pushed through all the hardship and delayed gratification? instead of just indulging in instant pleasure like fucking social media and junk food and Snapchat and all that garbage. And so the future you can enjoy everything that you wish you had. And the number one thing that always comes to my mind is being jacked and looking aesthetic as fuck. That's just me. And it probably is you too, if you want to admit it to yourself. And just thinking of your future self and what he or she could have, that will motivate you. Just always keep it in mind. What you do today, the consequences will lead to what your future self has to deal with tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now. Your future self will have to deal with all the consequences that you make he or she deal with. Yeah, because you right now is your younger version of yourself tomorrow. Be willing to sacrifice all the pleasurable nonsense today for a better tomorrow. At least sacrifice a lot of it. It's hard to sacrifice all of it, but a lot of it. Just do certain things that you know, that you are certain that your future self will look back and think, oh, I'm so glad I did that. Now I can look in the mirror and be jacked and look aesthetic and look sexy as fuck and have self-respect. And it's all up to the current version of you. Because if you are not where you want to be and you are mad at yourself, you are not mad at your current self. You are mad at your younger self for not doing the things that will have led to you feeling good. Everything that's in your life right now, where you are, how you feel, is because of your younger self. Your younger self chose to just get drunk and black out. Your younger self just chose to eat that junk food and be on Snapchat 12 hours a day. And now you have to deal with the consequences of mental health issues. Now you have to deal with the consequences of looking yourself in the mirror and not loving it. Now you have to deal with the consequences of not really liking yourself. You can pretend to like yourself, you can pretend to respect yourself, but you don't. If you're actually honest with yourself, you actually don't. You can say you do, you can fake it till you make it. Motherfucker, that doesn't work with respect. Respect is earned, not given. So if you didn't earn your respect by going through hard shit and sacrificing, you won't have self-respect. You can pretend you do, but you don't. So right now, if you're not where you want to be, you are just pissed off by your younger version of yourself who didn't do the right things. And now you have to deal with the consequences of what your younger self did. Your younger self made you and your situation like it is right now. Not the current you, the younger you. Hopefully this helped you. If you want to skyrocket your progress to get jacked, to look aesthetic as fuck, then join my aesthetic body school, the ABS. Inside of this package, you will get one-to-one coaching. I will coach you a whole month. You will get my full aesthetic body course. You'll get my full mindset course on the right mindsets you need to have to see great results in your life. I will hold you accountable to make sure that you see progress, to make sure you win, and I will motivate you as much as you fucking need to help you keep going, to see progress, to finally get them gains. I will do everything I can to help you. And if you have any questions, you're wondering about anything, I will help you with whatever I can help you with. I will answer any questions that I can answer. And a lot of people with the exact same goal as you can join this community. And you won't only get all of what I said. The more people that join, the more of a community this will also be. And it will be a community of just winners, just like you and me, who will motivate each other and help each other to become jacked and successful. I don't think you can get any better deal than this anywhere else. The link is in the description and on my profile. So if you want to get jacked and look aesthetic as fuck faster than everybody else, then come join my school. Peace.